Hello, everyone. This is Area Manager Katie Ertley, and I am super excited to just be here with you guys this evening. It is April 1st, and I love the first of the month because it holds so much potential. You look at your calendar, and we have 30 days to blow it up. And I really, really love the spring in our businesses, and I kind of posted this earlier, but I love what spring really represents for everything. We look outside, everything is blooming. Um, I'm really cheesy and I like to see all the little birdies everywhere. Um, but also, I've been reflecting on Easter coming up and what that signifies, like rolling away the stone and having victory and resurrection and conquering death. And I love that. And that's what I want April to be about, you guys. I want it to be about conquering death, conquering our fears. I love what Rachel Pachta said to one of her business builders, which was, don't let your fear control you. And I think sometimes we think in this business we have to be fearless, but really it's not about being fearless. It's about taking control of your fear and putting your fear in its place and realizing you have power over your fear. You get to let yourself decide whether that fear is going to define you or not. And I don't want it to define us in April. I don't want it to define you in April. I don't want fear to define any of us. I want freedom to define us. And this opportunity is an opportunity of freedom, you guys. So I just want to focus with you this on the very first of the month, kind of broadly about how I think we can be really successful as individuals, but also as a greater team, as a region, because we are a region. We have a number of districts in our team. We have a lot of people who are right on the verge of going area. That's a region. And if we just all lean in and move consistently, and that's kind of what I want to focus on, move consistently, we are going to move mountains. Okay, so I think we fall into a trap a little bit at the end of the month when we haven't moved at all in the month, and we can do one of two things. We can push, 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 push at the end of the month, which I don't think is entirely bad, but it can be really exhausting. It does yield fruit for your business, but when I've done that, I've had to kind of take off the first week of the month because I'm so tired from pushing the last week of the month. And now, don't get me wrong, I always push at the end of the month, but it's really different to push at the end of the month when you've been working consistently. It's like invigorating than it is to just push the last week of the month, because that can feel kind of hopeless and it can feel really exhausting, tiring, desperate. And this isn't a business of desperation. This is a business model that works and that has worked for 35 years. Okay? Grace Cleaton just got her Mercedes today because we have a system that works. So what I mean by consistency is if you really want to promote and you really want to build a successful business, you need to look at your calendar and you need to make sure you have 6 presentations at least in your month. Now, I would encourage you to book 8 because we all know some of those are going to shift around. Some are going to get rescheduled for the following month. And we always want to be prepared. We want to have some cushion in there for that. And then we need to be doing drop-offs. So whether that's mailing samples out, sharing the protein powder with people, giving a fizzy to someone at work, like it can be little, okay? And then the last thing, and honestly I think perhaps the most important, well no, not the most important, they're all really important, but we need to be sharing the opportunity, okay? This opportunity, you guys, is life-changing. And you need to believe without a doubt that it is going to change your life and that it can also change other people's lives. And you have to really move with that conviction, okay? Um, Now, you need to just be doing two, ideally, it looks like 2 parties a week, 2 drop-offs a week, 2 one-on-ones a week. Now, the months don't always turn out perfectly like that. Sometimes I have 3 parties in a week and then 1 party in the following week. Um, but you just want to have 6 to 8 presentations. And I know that can seem really, really daunting to get on the phone and call people and ask them, if they'd be willing to host for you. But you're really not asking them a lot, okay? You're really just asking them if they can get some friends together so you can meet some new people and so that you can share an outstanding product. And the more belief you have in our product, the easier it's going to be to ask people to host, okay? It's also going to be much easier to ask people if you have a strong why. The stronger your why, the easier it is to work the system. So if you're having a hard time working the system, I want to encourage you to sit down and redefine, solidify, pray about, reflect on why the Lord has put you on this path. Because He has put you on this path. This is not a fluke. Okay? We are each on this path for a reason. And we need to bring it to completion, and the Lord is going to bring it to completion, and you need to reflect on why this is the path for you, okay? And that's a process. The why that I started with is very different than the why that I have now, and you're going to move and change in that. But one thing I do to just kind of keep that at the forefront of my mind is, I'll show you, I have on my bedside. Oh, that's Danny's. Just kidding. That's Danny's dream board. That's my dream board right there. Okay, so the cruise is on there. Having a baby is on there. RVP by GTC 2015 is on there. You are the vine. I am the vine. You are the branches is on there because that's what I always want to remember. Having a cleaning lady. And then you guys are on there. Got the little. Do you see those little people? Anyway, you guys are on there. You are my why. And so I really want you to focus on working the system. And I can help you work the system if that feels really daunting to you right now. And then the last thing I want to encourage you to do, and this was really, really game-changing for me, was doing my big 5. So this I kind of think about as being the loaves and fishes that the Lord multiplies and makes into 12-basket wicker full of leftovers. And it's just 5 big income-producing things you're going to do for your business each day. Okay? If 5 seems overwhelming to you, start with 3. But I wouldn't go smaller than 3 because it's really simple and it's so freeing to just set that boundary and go from there, okay? If you're doing 5 things a day, like you're booking a presentation or you're asking somebody to listen to the opportunity, that is going to be amazing and it's going to yield abundant fruit for you. So I should have done this at the beginning, but I want to introduce to you guys Grace Lape, who is soon to be an area manager. She went halfway to area this month. And she is just on fire, and she has had kind of a flip the switch moment in regards to the system that she's going to share with you. So I want to welcome Grace onto the call. She's totally blowing it up, and it's going to just blow past area qual in April. I know it. So I'm going to step off, and I'll let you on, Grace.
Okay. I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to record a video because I wanted you guys to see how excited I am. I am so excited for April. I'm ready to come out with my guns blazing. I want you guys to see that. This is how fun and exciting Arbonne can be. So I'm going to be totally honest when I start the beginning of this training. Well, first off, sorry, I have some allergies. Second off, I was not following the system for success before February. I got promoted to district manager. I thought I had it figured out, and I was not following the system like I should have been following the system. Parties were not working for me. I was having a hard time getting them on the calendar. I was having a hard time getting substantial RV. In my mind, I could not get this party thing to get going. And I knew that was the key to my business. But instead of trying to and making that work out for me, I just went to other things, which is great. But I watched a video by Emily Martin about parties and how important they were to our business. And she literally looked at the screen and said, if you don't have 6 parties on your calendar right now, you can keep watching this video, but like there's not really any point, because before you have 6 parties on the calendar for this month, you're not in the game. So if you don't have 6 parties booked for a month, you're not in the game. It's that simple. And we literally have got to be in the game. If you have parties, you're in activity. And if you're struggling in whatever area of your business, whether it's RV, whether it's sponsoring, there is no problem in Arbonne that activity can't fix. And that was a huge aha moment for me. So I was having all of these like mental mind games. Having all these mental mind games about how am I going to book these parties? And then I saw that, and I was like, I'm just going to go and get this done. So I literally picked up my phone and I started calling people. And I didn't even think about it. Don't think before you pick up the phone, just do it, because we can sit there and we can stare at the phone and it doesn't help us. So the verbiage that I use is super simple and sweet. Call somebody up, ask them how they are, and then straightforwardly and simply say, I have my own Arbonne business. Would you like to host a party for me? And then from there you can go on and make it really exciting and explain it all. But that's basically how you start. And make sure you pause so they can answer yes or no. That's the hardest part. Just stop and let them answer. Okay, so once you book those parties, it's really important to stay in contact with your host. So when I first started, I was afraid that I would be really annoying and smother my host. But I realized that by doing that, I wasn't helping them as much as I should have been, and I wasn't making them feel special. So basically make your hostess your BFF. Stay in contact with her. If she's nervous about finding people to come, if she doesn't know what to say to people, go over with her people she can invite. Go over the verbiage with her. Be really encouraging and make it low pressure. Make it really fun. Get her excited. And there are a few ways to get her excited, which I'm going to share. So one of the big things that changed my parties was I started doing hostess baskets, a la suggestion Grace Clinton, and I had heard this, but I hadn't practiced it. So I was like, well, I got to get this party thing working, so I'm going to get the stuff for my hostess basket and do it. So I have, and by the way, if you get things just for you can put things that you're already using in your hostess basket, but you can also get something just for your hostess basket, and then it's there. So I have an FC5 shower set. I have face and body mask. I have the C-Source Gelée because that's a lot of people's favorite. I have the hair mask. I have the Genius Body Serum. I have the FC5. I have the primer. Always put the primer in. This thing is gold. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is our #1 seller after the RE9. I have sold so many primers from putting this in my hostess basket. So please get the primer. And then I put in an RE9 sample. I know some of us have more than one RE9 set. I only have one at the moment, so I put in an RE9 sample. And then I always include a thank you card, or I send a thank you card to them, because that makes them feel special and it makes it feel like fun, like you're pampering them. I always use that term, let me pamper you. Let's have a girls' night. Let's relax together. So you can put it in the hostess basket, or you can actually mail the thank you note to them. And that is just a really classy thing to do, which we want to be. So there are two advantages to this. You always want a hostess on products. You want her to love the products, because when she talks about the products and how great they are, her guests are going to be a lot more likely to believe her than they are to believe you, just the way it is. And then the second advantage is that it incentivizes the hostess. So she wants to have a party just so she can have the hostess basket and try out our awesome stuff, which who wouldn't? Oh, by the way, I also put in protein powder and fizzy sticks. I forgot to say that. But if you drop a hostess basket off 3 to 4 days before a party, the hostess is a lot less likely to cancel. In fact, the only cancellations that I had in March were the ones where I failed to set up a basket drop ahead of time. So set the basket drop up ahead of time 3 to 4 days, and usually if that's established, no matter what, you're going to have the party, okay? So, and then obviously before the party, check in, ask how things are going, if they need help with anything, etc. The second tip is give them a hostess gift at the beginning of the party. This isn't mandatory. It's just something, it's not even, I don't even know if, I think it's in Katie's script, but I use the Awaken Sea Salt Scrub, the FC5 hand cream, the primer, or the Shea Butter lotion, and I present that to the hostess at the beginning of the party. So that does two things. One, it incentivizes the hostess to actually have the party, so she can receive her gift no matter what. And then two, it starts to get people interested in hosting right from the very beginning. So no matter what, for a lot of people, even if they just get that one gift, that's a good hostess reward. So a hostess gift is really, really helpful. I wasn't doing it at the beginning, and I think it made a huge difference. Okay, so the second thing is have fun. So all of my presentations, my most successful ones, have literally been 3 to 5 people. And the big turning point for me at my parties came when I said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to stress, I'm going to enjoy this. If you enjoy your parties, your guests are going to enjoy their party. Your hostesses are going to enjoy their party, and things are going to be a lot more successful, and you're also going to just be happier for those 2 or 3 hours. So play games. The right-left game is golden. And then I also always play a question game with cards and then give a prize at the end. So make it fun. Don't be afraid to make jokes. Keep it conversational. Follow the script. It's okay to have it out. I still have my script out for reference, but enjoy it. You set the mood for the party. So if you are enjoying it and you're exuding fun, relaxing, spa-like vibes, your hosts and your guests are going to pick up on that, and that's the experience they're going to have. Okay. Lastly, the booking game is clutch. So in Katie's script, Katie's integrated wellness script, she has the booking game, I believe. So, and it details that. But play a booking game, make it fun, like I was saying, and very rarely do I play the booking game, even if it wasn't a super successful party and nobody says yes. So if you need tips on how to do the booking game, just talk to Katie or I. And then the last thing is follow up. Follow up after the party. Follow up with your hostesses. Make contact with them. Let them know how excited you are. Be excited. Focus on serving them. Make them feel special. And things will go a lot better. So, yeah, if I can have successful parties, you guys can have successful parties. If you feel like you're stuck in a little bit of a rut, you can get out of the rut. And once it clicks, once you have one successful party, it changes everything, because you know you can do it again and again and again. And that's what the system of success is about. It's figuring out what works and doing it again and again and again. So we can all do it. I'm really excited for us in April. Woo! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's April. Okay, I'm going to return it to Katie.
Awesome. Okay, I hope you can hear me. I think you can.
Can hear you.
Okay. I hope this is encouraging to you. I think we can all hop in. We can all be in the game. We can all book 6 presentations and have it, or parties. And that's different too. Like I call them presentations, Grace calls them parties. Um, it's whoever you are, okay? You have to find what works for you. And we can do it together. We are a team, okay? So I want you to please call or comment if you want to do a strategy call. I am with you. I want you to hit all of your goals. And then I also want to encourage you to comment on if you want to be a part of that thread, that Facebook message where we can kind of keep each other in the loop, and maybe I'll do like a daily challenge, like reach out to somebody about the opportunity or something like that to kind of just keep us in that daily activity. You can set your borders and boundaries, you guys. This business does not have to make you super busy, crazy, work all the time. It's not about that. It's about working 15 hours a week, okay? So if you're consistent throughout the month, you will only work 15 hours a week, which is nothing. So I love you all. Please let me know if you need anything. I am here to serve you first and foremost. So I hope you have a great day, and let's spring forward into April. Bye.